Hey lovers! Today joining us we have the lovely Sunnie from Sunnie Khakh Make Up. Thank you for joining us.
No problem, my pleasure.
So we know that you've done a lot of beautiful work with TV, fashion, Melbourne Fashion Week, obviously bridal. Tell us about the Sunnie story and kind of how you got into the industry.
It's a funny story actually. I started doing my makeup course while I was still at uni doing my normal accounting degree, because I think there's always been a side of me that's kind of had a bit of creative but not an overly creative sense. So I think for me I was like, okay, I'm doing the business side, what else can I do that's going to make me feel a little bit happy? And so I started it 2007.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, so a long time ago. And there was times where I didn't do it because work was too busy and it was like a weekends thing. But then I think as time went on, I loved making people feel happy. I think that's what it comes down to. It's not, it's not just about playing around with makeup. It's that end feeling where I'm like, oh my God, they feel so happy with how they look and how they feel and their confidence. And I think that's what I love about it. So I just kind of kept persisting on it. And then I lived in the country for a long time, and that was amazing. I think when you're in a small town, it's so easy to build your business.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're good. So that was really, really fun. And then, I just kept doing it. I just loved doing it. So that's pretty much it. And I think as a kid, I was one of those kids with lipstick on my face and steal my mum's makeup. I think that like most girls do that, but I think I've always just loved it.
Yeah. And you look beautiful today.
Oh, thank you.
What eyelashes?
Haven't put makeup on in a while.
I know, right?
So I'm like, you know what? I look pretty today.
What eyelashes are you wearing?
So the eyelashes I'm wearing, so what I've been doing in the break, I've been kind of trialing a lot of different products, which will be good for my brides, and in my downtime, what can I do? So I've been working with a lot of different companies who are starting out or that are starting their own line or brand. So this is a brand called LUA Lashes, and they're local in Melbourne, and they're just great because then, even if you're using them on a bride, they're actually reusable, so they're great for every day, but they're also quite strong. So for bridal makeup, you don't want to have the risk of them coming off or anything like that. So I think it's perfect. And then the brides can use it if they ever want to again as well.
Exactly.
But it's more, I think, the strength of the lash, which is great. And this is my third time wearing this lash, and I can get out 10 pieces out of it, so it's awesome.
Pretty good shout out, right?
They're amazing. There's lots out there, and it's just what works for every person.
So in terms of the booking process for brides, at what part of the planning process should they be booking their makeup?
I think it really depends on the bride, because so I think obviously the most important thing is the venue normally, but it depends on how much the bride kind of puts the makeup on their priority list. So it's really there's some brides that will be like, oh my God, it's so important, I've got to look amazing, and it's like one of the second thing or third things that they book. And then there's some that are kind of like, oh, it'll be fine, who aren't that overly fussed about it. So you'll get a different range of brides. So it really just depends. So some from the start to the end, and then there's some that have left it so last minute, they're like, oh my God, what do I do? And it's okay, we'll work around it. Every bride is different.
So I booked you for my makeup, obviously, and I think you were one of literally the first suppliers that I booked. I knew I wanted you, and I didn't want to miss out. So for me, that was super important. I didn't want to book someone that I didn't really know, or that I didn't trust, or that I was, nervous about. So that was easy for me.
I can't wait. I can't wait, and I think that's what it comes down to, because it's a priority for you. It's so important. That was one of the first things you did. But I think there's some brides out there that are kind of easygoing, but it just really depends. And a lot of girls will go out, like you knew me, you knew my work. Some girls are kind of like, oh, where do I start? So they'll go out and book a heap of trials, and then see. It's not just even about the makeup. It's about how you vibe with the makeup artist as well. Because you got to remember, this is it's an important day. You want to be surrounded by people that are easy to hang out with. In the morning of your wedding, you're hanging out with this person. So you want that person to be positive and reassuring, and at the same time you're kind of like a bit of a counsellor and calming the bride. So you want someone who is going to be good for that. So I think that's how you pick them. But then there's people that don't know where to start, so they'll start booking trials. So it just depends.
That's a really interesting point that you make, and I think that is the same with flowers and so many different things in this industry. It's more about booking with people that you gel with and the people that you connect connect with, that have the same philosophy as you, and that kind of makes the whole planning process a lot more enjoyable and organic.
Yeah.
And I think booking trials with lots of different people, or if they were to book mock-ups with lots of different florists, I think that becomes really confusing for brides as well.
Yeah, so, totally. And it comes down to, like, I think, how you vibe with someone, and if you're on the same page in terms of what you want.
Yes.
And sometimes, it's not saying you're a bad florist or you're a bad makeup artist. It's just that your styles are just completely different.
That's right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just who you get on with and who you're vibing with.
That's exactly right. And what products do you use? What are some of your favourites?
I use every product, every brand.
Yeah.
So it really, I won't say that I'll use one particular brand. I think if I like a product, I'll use that product.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And that's what I do for everything. So I like to try a lot of different products, and I normally do them on myself, as I think most makeup artists, which is just an excuse to buy more makeup. But yeah, I think I use a lot of MAC, and I think that's just because, for one, it's I've got such a large range of products and colours and styles, and just so many things that not most makeup brands have. So that's what it is. So there's different brands that makeup artists will use than more like normal day to day. So
and I guess you shouldn't feel like you have to stick with just one brand, like what you said. I mean, I know I use a lot of Inica, and I love their products. They're organic. I use a little bit of really nice coverage. But then there are some little bits and pieces that I'll use from Natio or other brands that I might not buy their whole product or the whole range. It's just nice to kind of pick and choose.
Like some might do a nice lipstick that you love, and there might not be that colour in that brand, or it might not stick as well, or and it's literally finding what works for you as an individual and as a makeup artist.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Any tips for brides on getting their makeup to last the day?
So
or any tips for me?
So I think this is a question that so many women ask, and it's not just about the makeup. I mean, obviously there's tips and there's tricks that us makeup artists use, and one thing that I'll say that I do is obviously you put more than one layer of base,
of course.
And that's obviously because you want it to be thicker coverage, but in a way that the bride feels comfortable, so it's not cakey and things like that. However, it's not about just the product, it's about how the product sits on your face. So I think initially when you are booking a makeup artist, I'm not sure if all makeup artists suggest this, but I certainly do, it's important to get your skin tested to make sure the products that you're using up until your wedding, you're getting the best skincare product. So go to a dermatologist, which is, I'm not qualified in that obviously, so I would suggest to go get the best products. Have you got pigmentation? Is there things that there is your open pores or things about your skin that you could, improve by the time it's your wedding, because then your skin is at its best, and that is when the makeup stays on your face better.
That's a really interesting point, and I had thought about this because I know that I get microdermabrasion, and I know that I have a few little red dots here and there, broken capillaries or something, and I have thought about having some laser treatment to have them removed. I have thought that the better that your skin is, getting lots of sleep, drinking lots of water, making sure that everything is at its best before you even start.
It's not just skin, it's like you said, water. I remember when I got married, I drank so much water for the week leading up, and I'll tell you, it was the best thing I ever did.
Really?
So, I mean, I was in the toilet a lot, but it was worth it. And the other thing is eating healthy. I think a lot of brides go through a lot of dieting and stuff like that. So I think in the initial last month, it's really important to have your nutrients up to make sure your skin's also being replenished in that time, and you're active and you're healthy. It all adds up.
Definitely. Any advice in general, not even beauty related, for brides?
I think everybody's personalities are different. So I think what we forget as being a bride before in the past, I think we need to live in the moment on the day of the wedding. We tend to, oh my God, we're going to make sure this is good. Oh my God, we're going to make sure this is good. We're going to, and we just skip, and we just, the day goes so fast. And for most people, it's one day, their whole life. But I think it's really important to just live in the moment. And not even just the wedding day, but leading up to it. Enjoy the process. It shouldn't be stressful. It should be a fun experience. And obviously there's always drama, and there's always stuff around, there's always going to be things that go wrong, because that's life. It's just, how you're going to react to it, and just appreciate all the good stuff that's happening rather than focusing on the bad stuff.
That sounds like exactly what I say to most of my brides. Just enjoy it, the whole planning process. And some things are out of your control, so just go with it, and It does go so quickly, and we see our brides at the end of the night. They always say to me, "Oh my God, it went so fast! I can't believe it. I wish I had taken a little bit more time just to enjoy with my partner." So
correct, and I think it's definitely, and that's like a lot of things we do in life. But I think your wedding day is such an important day, and you need to be present. Yeah, and that's probably the advice I would give. Because my wedding day, and our weddings go for 5 days, and it still went fast. So I mentioned like one day you'd blink and it'd be over.
Yeah, exactly. And what's something that we don't know about you?
You know what? I don't think there is anything. I'm an open book, so I think everybody knows everything about me most of the time. I think most people know that I'm also a farmer. Like my family comes from a farming background, so as much as I like to be pretty, I don't mind to get my hands dirty either.
Do you guys believe that? This beautiful, pretty little thing also drives a tractor.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just. I think it's just the way you grow up and you love how you brought up. And I don't have to think about it. I can just go to the farm and jump on the tractor or four-wheeler or whatever. And it's just,
I love it.
Yeah, it's different. People are like, what? I'm like, yeah.
That makes you
when you see me in my farm clothes, then you'll believe it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. So jump on over to Sunnie Khakh Make Up, follow her makeup page. You can also find her at the Sunnie Life. If you want to stay up to date with fashion and style and Melbourne cafe culture and see what she's doing in her everyday life, make sure you subscribe for us, and we will see you guys next week.
Thank you for having me, best florist in Melbourne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.